All right, let's start with the beginning of the 2025 Major League Baseball season. The Tokyo Series, a two-game set between the Dodgers and the Cubs, and it got started this morning, 6:10 a.m. Eastern Time. Game number one of this Major League Baseball campaign is over. The Dodgers a victory to start, a 4-1 win for LA. They were about $1.50 money line favorite, and a total of 7.5 does stay under. DRS Yoshinobu Yamamoto gets the victory in his first start of the year for LA. Shohei Ohtani scoring a couple of runs for the Dodgers as well. And LA starts as we expect with a win. When you have a preseason win total of 104 and a hook, you are going to need to stack up a ton of wins to even flirt with that preseason win total. The Dodgers begin their season of 162 in the win column.
The game is over. The game stayed under. And also, like, if we are building this based on the FanDuel Sportsbook, Las Vegas, whoever, that's got to be bad for the books today, right? Ohtani got a couple hits, didn't get the RBI I thought he might get. The Dodgers win the baseball game, which is the favorite. Everybody probably thought that was going to happen here, at least general public speaking here. And the under, which usually we love when two-star pitchers on the mound to start the season in unfriendly territory or unfamiliar territory, I should say. So that game goes under at this point. But also, like, get back to the point, like, this was Major League Baseball's unofficial start to the season. And I understand it was played at 6 a.m., which is great because I'm up and I can watch it. But even me, like, turning the game on, no excitement for me, Ben. Like, no, like, ooh, baseball's back in my life. Like, it didn't register. You know, like, next week on Thursday, like, it really hits you, like, all the teams play and how ceremonious it is for opening day and the excitement where every team thinks they can make a World Series run. Like, you had two superstar-laden teams here playing at 6 a.m. in the morning. And quite frankly, the joke was yesterday when we showed up on set, including me, one of the biggest baseball guys you have. Oh, I forgot baseball had a game tomorrow. That should never happen. Ben, can you imagine the NFL? Packers Eagles had no idea it was tomorrow. No, what other sport would do this to themselves? Only Major League Baseball.
The NHL does start out in Eastern Europe as well, making the timing of it all seem a little bit peculiar. I agree, DRS. It is clearly for the international brand, and I'm sure they have done great in Japan, especially with the Japanese superstars that dot both of these lineups and even the starting rotations. But to your point, it does lack a little bit of luster here stateside, especially when it's a 6:10 a.m. Eastern time start. A little bit after 5 a.m. Central Time, local there in the Windy City. 3:10 a.m. Pacific Time out in Los Angeles. The Dodgers, the reigning World Series champs, the very short World Series favorites at plus 240. Donnie, there is more than a $6.50 gap for the Dodgers and everybody else to win a World Series now in 2025. These odds did not update after the Dodgers won their first game of 162. That is the preseason expectation. It is frankly ridiculous to see, but that will be what the Dodgers are anticipated for doing this year in 2025.
Yeah, the Dodgers, you know what, they won game one. Up, drop them from plus 240 to minus 130 is their price because they're unstoppable, clearly, because you're going to get timely hitting, great pitching, which is exactly what you anticipate. And also, have we ever saw it? I mean, to be honest, have we ever saw a plus 240 and a 9-1 before the season opened up as a too close? I can't imagine there's been that big of a gap. But also understanding this, like betting wise, right? If you said right now, like, hey, the Dodgers are going to win the World Series, okay, put money down, but you're not getting paid 7, 8, 9 months from now. Doesn't make a smart investment. Usually want to wrap your money up 10-1, 20-1 if you feel you have an opinion. But I can't even disagree with this. They are so deep and talented, Ben, and every baseball season I take a look at, it's not even like what the Dodgers look like on opening day. It's, when they get to the deadline, they can afford any player in baseball. They have the best prospects in baseball, and they don't care about the amount of money or capital it has to spend to get those players here. Like, we weren't long ago where, like, Manny Machado was on the Dodgers. Like Max Scherzer and Trey Turner got traded to the, like, we forget about what the moves they do. Like, ooh, that'll bury you for a long time because you didn't get anything back in return when Machado went somewhere else. Like, no, it doesn't matter. Like, this team, this version of the Dodgers on opening day, barring, again, disastrous injury, the version will be better after the deadline. And you see the price point that it is right now. I'm not saying bet the Dodgers at this point because I'm not betting them at plus 240. But that price point, Ben, 100% warranted.
And it is DRS. And today they weren't even at a full 100% health. Mookie Betts did not play, dealing with that illness, as you shared.
Neither
Freddie Freeman, a late scratch out of this lineup. Two perennial all-stars, two of the best players in Major League Baseball not there, and the Dodgers still handle business, winning 4-1. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 5 innings of work, only 3 base knocks allowed, just a single earned run in the bullpen, holding down the fort for LA. Game number 2 tomorrow, 6:10 a.m. Eastern Time. The Dodgers will be booked as a favorite. Roki Sasaki makes his MLB debut for Los Angeles, but in Japan.